This time on Highway Through Hell.
Go! It's its own little world up there.
4 seasons of heavy rescue.
Basically, we're all fighting a mountain.
Looking back at the twists and turns.
Look out, Don! Look out! Look out!
We all get scared.
Wow.
And
I miss driving trucks.
what's next for Jamie this season? On the Highway Through Hell. The last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option.
It's its own little world up there.
Holy, you poor guys on that coke.
It is a very brutal, hard place to work.
Welcome to winter.
On its worst day, the coke is absolutely horrible.
Coquihalla is like being on another planet.
Yeah, it gets pretty nasty up there.
The title of the show was Highway Through Hell, and it's really 3 highways that go through 3 mountain passes, and they're the most important transportation hubs in North America. When everybody else is getting off the highway, you're going onto the highway.
Highway 5, Coquihalla.
When everybody else is getting out of the weather, you're going into the storm.
And every time I see the snow coming down up here, I see that acquiring.
42 calls in 24 hours.
Go forward! Come on!
Basically, we're all fighting a mountain.
These vehicles must be out of here right now!
It goes from bad to worse in an instant.
Wow. Crashes are just phenomenal.
When you get a monster crash, it's big. I got a line up on the right lane, and I got disco lights at the front, so we're here. Like the fist of God came down on it. Hold it. Wow.
You have to be here to make sure that those roads are going to be open for people.
Grab it in the middle, grab it in the back of the tractor, and pull the thing over. It's go, go, go. It's adrenaline through the roof.
Hey,
What is going on here?
you got 15 minutes to get the road open because the highway guy is bitching.
Closure is not an option. And it's really more than just one location.
Northern Alberta is definitely its own brand of hell.
Okay, let's go. You get it.
Let's go.
Stop all traffic.
Flat and windy, cold.
It's cold out today.
Minus 53.
It's pretty white out up there.
It's not for the faint of heart.
There's 4 things that are going to kill you if you're a tow truck operator.
No!
Weather, fatigue, equipment, and other drivers.
The danger is real.
You don't know if anything else is going to come down and get you.
Highway Through Hell is one of the most successful documentary series ever made in Canada. Seen in 170 countries. It's one of the top-ranked TV shows just about everywhere it's played.
Oh, that thing's broken right in half.
People are rubberneckers.
Unbelievable, man.
People drive by a car accident, they look, right? So there's this curiosity that people have when they go by a car accident. And they can't believe how a truck goes over 1,000 feet or 3 semis pile up I don't think there's any flipping this thing over. And you never get to see the world of heavy wreckers and rotators.
If we try to lift this trailer up right now, it's gonna be a mess.
We come in the middle of the night, we clean up that highway.
Let's go, they got the highway shut down.
Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah, baby.
At the very beginning, we all agreed we were going to make a show that really captured what it was like to try to keep a highway open. No holds barred, we were going to tell the real story.
Why doesn't he just pull down on that thing?
And the public saw that.
Don't yell at
Get
me,
in your
buddy.
truck and go
Don't
home.
yell at me.
I'll get into a truck stop and I'll see a trucker. And he'll say to me, keep it real, James, keep it real. Well, we are keeping it real. It was real all the time.
Just another night on the highway through hell.
There's been a lot of changes since the beginning. The one thing that's constant is change.
So happy when this place is not a mud pit anymore.
In season 1, we have one location, a couple of big wreckers. We have a small, tight little crew.
Pull, come on.
5, 6 guys. You've got Sammy here,
Big done for.
Kevin,
Somebody's gonna tag somebody today.
Bruce. Come on. Adam.
There's neck and neck right now. I don't know.
Ken.
Nice. Yeah, I like keep doing that. Yep. Beautiful.
We had a pretty good crew.
That went pretty quick, eh?
As a team, we were unstoppable.
Highway 1 is now open, boys.
At the end of season 2,
Let's get out of here, man. I've had it.
this is stupid. Competition was in. They're like dogs chewing on a piece of meat. The wrecks are down. We really are faced with the reality of financial stress.
Bills every day.
Some of the guys at the barn that we deal with all the time,
And you don't feel you can...
well, we can't survive.
Survive.
Really, we can't survive. They say to us, look, go to Fort Mac. There's lots of work up there.
There's money in the oil fields. Go to the oil fields. Go to Alberta.
The oil boom's on at that time. The work's everywhere.
And we either get on the ride or stay back and die.
We really don't have any options. So we go up there.
Look at that. Just like money, money, money all up and down this road all morning, eh?
Yep.
Hey, go ahead, Colin.
Get over! Decent, Jimmy. Decent.
We're back.
Traffic just called.
Now we have 4 locations, 40 trucks, and 40 people. I'm in the office quite a bit. I'm bouncing between BC and Alberta. I didn't really think we would grow that fast. It was almost, the growth was too fast, too much. And I almost yearned for the days where things were simple and I had 3 or 4 guys and a few trucks.
Jimmy Davis en route.
It's been a ride and a half, I tell you. Going from season 4 into season 5, it's really obvious that we need to make some changes. I got to get back to basics, working the mountains like I was in the original days.
Here she is.
Figuring out what's going on and how to take care of the problem. A lot of the accidents that happen
It looks like it was a hell of a ride.
are out of this world.
Oh, this don't look good.
It's so complex and it's so unlike any other job you can do.
Oh, keep spraying till she won't spray no more. Spray the hell out of them.
You two just keep full tilt. Keep going. Stand back.
Now I've got time to do wrecks.
Unhook it and get off the road. High five.
I'm living to tow.
Okay, tightening it up.
We've got the guys in the gear,
Whoa. Everybody watch out.
and our job is to keep the highways open.
Yeah, Jamie Davis is en route.
You ready to give her a go?
Yeah.
We'll get him out of here.
We never know where we're going next in this thing.
Yeah, we win.
We're not scripting anything. We're not making up what Jamie does today.
Keep going.
Well, it's just a day in the life, man. That's what it is. Snowfall, slush, ice. It's a tough battle.
Uh-oh. That's on fire now.
Things beat you up once in a while. But if you love the job and you love doing what you do, you don't ever lose that.
We have been given a responsibility to keep this highway open, and I intend on fulfilling that responsibility.
Oh, it's getting worse by the second.
It's you and your machine battling the elements.
You still didn't get no chains on. Put your chains on and it will move, hocus pocus. If you don't want to move it on your own, we're gonna move it for you. He's got the door locked now. It's hard to be civil with these guys.
Now, here it comes. If you can't find the path of least resistance, create it.
Yeah, go easy, Al.
Huge risk. That's what it is.
Tighten those chains up. Everybody keep going.
If you know anything about me, you know I'm the risk taker guy. That's what'll come up and kick you. Going into season 5,
I'm not gonna lift that.
we're trying to get this animal in order.
When that thing's that bashed up,
Really is what it's about.
she's pretty toast. We're good to go. They want the road open. Just try to drag it off the bridge.
You're either moving ahead or you're moving backwards.
Light this thing up. Come on, pull on her.
The risks are huge.
Whoa!
It could go sideways. You know, we're facing a whole bunch of real challenges now.
Yeah, we snapped that big chain.
And where the road goes, I don't know. Only time knows all. You know, it takes a special kind of guy to be in the wrecker business. It looks like it's gonna be a busy night now.
There you go. Push it. It's only...
There's a lot of things that make up a good guy who can drive a big, heavy rescue truck.
You be careful.
You gotta be kind of a Marine to be in the wrecker business, especially when you're doing mountain recovery. Are you the guy who caves and falls to the ground? He's up and down the bank. Or are you the guy who stays up and holds the log?
Yeah,
Do it. It's about, are you tough enough to do the job? If you're physically fit, that's part of the equation. The other part is, do you have the mental capacity?
Unbelievable. There's 4 here. 5 pieces, 4 trucks.
Sure, you can go buy a wrecker, the same as you can go into a golf store and buy clubs, but you leave that golf store, you're not Tiger Woods.
It is a mess.
You have to be able to think on your feet.
Trailer's not wanting to release.
Figure it out, get it done. That's what they pay you for. The biggest problem solving I had to deal with? Rolling over a truck that's 3 times the size of the wrecker I was driving.
keep going. Just keep going.
I should put my wheel lift down.
Keep pulling on it, man.
Let's run what you brung.
Here it comes.
Slaughter Goliath.
Anything? Nothing.
In the world of heavy rescue, you have to expect the unexpected.
The wall just cave in?
Anything can happen.
What do we got here?
When we show up to an accident, we don't know what we're getting into until we actually get there.
Wow.
We have to come up with a plan on how we're gonna get that thing out of there with only the tools in our head and the tools in our truck.
Everything is always different. It has to go in the bay. You've always got to be thinking outside the box.
In season 1, a prime example of expect the unexpected is an SUV.
I can't believe it. These guys live.
It's gone over the bank. It's 1,000 feet down, and it's upside down in a river.
Bala, bala, bula, bula. Bula, bula, bula.
It's got Jamie written all over it, this job. It's like, come get me.
You ready to start going down? Yeah.
It was decided that me and Sammy would go down and get this thing.
So we got a little bit of a bite on it with it. You threw a kind of a hook into it.
The biggest challenge in this whole thing is the wire rope. If you put 1,000 feet of really heavy wire rope on a spool, how do you manhandle it? The rope we use originally is light wire rope.
Go ahead, slow, bro.
The line snaps. And away it goes down the bank again.
Holy. You guys okay there?
Eventually, we bring some really heavy 5/8 line down there.
Coming okay?
Looking good, buddy. Coming up nice.
We got it out finally, and it was a good feeling when the job was done.
We got her done. We get 100 job applicants a day.
So, we're gonna put this chain on.
Some guys come here, they think they know what they're doing.
You're already putting it on wrong. Can you get it? Reaching back.
The first time they'd have to pull a drive shaft or cage some brakes,
Have you ever caged a brake before, Rob?
Yeah!
that's when most guys are done.
Oh, around, man.
Some people are cut out to do the job.
How are you supposed to lock it? I don't know. You're the tow truck guys, man.
And other people aren't. Sometimes they ring the bell and they chime out. It happens.
A bit of a mess. We're gonna get there, take a look, see what's going on.
A year into the towing industry, I was hooked.
I'm gonna go ahead if you can grab the cable.
Did something I love doing. It's definitely in my blood now.
Get over!
Nice.
Okay, this line, but hang on, okay? Go.
I enjoy helping to keep the roads open.
Front end. Front.
I was born to do this.
Neil? Voila! Beautiful.
Come on, get over!
You got the right gear,
We're getting her.
you get the right guys.
There's none. Watch out!
This is what we live for in the recovery world. I think that part of the success of the show is that some of the characters are very interesting people. Central casting couldn't come up with this group of guys. When you're watching Highway Through Hell, it's got such a diverse makeup of people and characters,
I even gave you peanuts. I'm not a bad guy.
and they each contribute something different.
You gotta work hard.
It doesn't ever get old, it never gets boring. Central casting couldn't come up with this group of guys.
Somebody call a tow truck here or what?
In season 1, we were a smaller, tight-knit group of guys. Kevin and Adam came as a package. Those two were a package deal.
We were his competition.
These two guys are the biggest thorn in my side, scooping our jobs, so I had to hire them.
I'm already en route, just so you know, Jamie.
Adam was Jamie's lead guy. Every company's got like a lead guy.
Tired? Did you have a good sleep last night?
Yeah, no, I'm just
Waking up?
Yeah.
Then you had old Kevin Ritchie.
I'm going for a ride.
Kevin is
Best part of the whole truck is that horn.
one of a kind, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's my baby. You don't got this truck washed yet?
Chicken. Walk all the way around, buddy.
Sammy came to Jamie as a laborer.
We get a wreck tonight, well, then it'll be dirtier for tomorrow.
That's right.
And as my swamper.
He was always a hard worker, and he was always happy-go-lucky.
If I scratch the side of my truck, I'm gonna kick your ass. Well, no, just learn how to drive. Bula, bula, bula. Bula, bula.
Happy every time.
Whereabouts on the Coquihalla are you going?
When Ken first came to us, he came from the city.
5-4 is on location. I met Jamie in 1985 when we were both driving little trucks.
Okay, job well done.
He recruited me for 10 years, and I finally said, well, what the heck, I got nothing else to lose, and I came up.
You sure you can handle this big city guy?
Problem, buddy.
You sure you're gonna do her?
I was born in a ditch.
And it was like, okay, well, let's see if this city guy makes it.
Keep me going, keep me rocking. I'll work for 3 days straight if I have to. This is one of my first opportunities to get in there and show them I got what it takes to be a member of the heavy rescue team.
The mountains are a tough way to carve a living out of.
Better.
We have to get this sketchy-ass load down into town. My heart's pounding 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm just coming in now. I'm bored. I don't want to have any issues. I don't want to have any problems.
When I arrived in Hope, Bruce worked for me first.
I can go 36, 52 hours without sleep. Doesn't bother me.
Bruce was one of the original guys in season 1. He was old school.
I don't like cameras in my face, and when I'm trying to do my job, you guys are in my way.
He's what I grew up around.
Bitch, come on.
He was definitely a hard ass, and a couple words or less tell you how it is. And if you don't like it, get the hell out of here.
When we learned that Bruce had cancer, it was really a tough blow to everybody.
When Bruce passed away, I felt sad for him, but on the other hand, I was happy he was not having to deal with it anymore.
He was one of my best friends, and I'm still heartbroken that he's not around.
Bruce's truck's parked in the yard, sitting there, and I just can't bear to get rid of it. We still think about Bruce and talk about Bruce all the time. Thanks.
Tractor trailer flipped over on its side, blocking both lanes of traffic.
Scott Bird came to work for us in season 2.
It's kind of a truck that you can use for a few weeks to keep at least make some money around here.
Well, you know, one nice thing about it is it'll kind of fit in the gap on your museum pieces there.
And for Jamie Davis is also en route.
Me and Scotty have had always this love-hate relationship. Like, he can get on my nerves like nobody can. But he gets it done. Get or not, that's him. He's been around all my old school wreckers. Running the old General was kind of a kick in the nuts.
Running like an old truck does. Noisy and stinky.
He's a nice guy, he knows what he's doing, but he did kind of deserve it because he gave me a bit of attitude.
No heater in here. I just got to kind of duck down like this. This just won't do. We're hopping a big time wheelie.
Maybe the General broke that wild bronc. And now he deserves to drive a nice horse.
Hope for the best, expect the worst.
Howie came out to work for us during season 3. I call him like the MacGyver of towing. Any problem comes, he knows how to fix it.
As long as it's got some work lights on it and 2 winches of work, I'll figure it out.
He doesn't talk much. He doesn't make a big fuss about it. He just makes it happen.
I don't worry about proving myself to anybody. I just do the job I know I can do.
Holy.
There you go.
Howie and his wife had a horse farm closer to the city. This is Dodge. And it was becoming hard on him and his relationship to keep coming out to Hope. He ended up working back in the city where he was closer to his house, which I can understand.
I work for Clover Towing. Mostly do city driving now. I always miss going up on the coast. That's the place to be.
He did a great job while he was here. I wish he was back. Colin started out in season 3. We needed him in Alberta.
Back up!
Here you go, kid, have at her.
Let's go!
When I started with Adam,
Take this side off, run it down there.
now I was definitely the new kid coming into his sandbox.
Let's go, come on! See you later.
Adam isn't with us anymore. I think it got to a point where
I surrender, I wave the white flag, man.
Adam being in Alberta wasn't what he wanted to do.
Let's go, Kayla.
He loves his daughter to pieces, and you know, when he was away, it was taking its toll on the family.
Got her?
You betcha.
You know, Adam and I were great friends before he left.
Did you hear about that story?
No.
There's a bunch of pileups on 63.
I don't really have any hard feelings to Adam, simply that we were on different roads and it didn't work out. It took a long time to get the right people and the right crew in here. It takes a special breed of guy to want to do it. Unfortunately, one of the most popular guys on the show doesn't drive a red truck.
How about that? Take that, James. A non-stop towing machine. Me, my big old Vulcan wrecker, and my snap-on tools. What else could a guy want?
Al and I go way back.
The season's here. It's finally here.
Al is a hard-working, get-her-done kind of guy.
They got Query towing there working. He's making some large up there.
The average winter for us is 35 to 45,000 kilometers on tire chains.
Al Quaring is the king of the snow shed.
Now we're cooking with some gasoline.
Up and down, in and out of the truck, sub-zero weather.
The cops called us to go up there to do that job, and then I hear you're doing it. It's like, oh, I'm turning around.
I got this place sewing up, James.
We've been competing for years and years and years.
$400 in fuel to come here to get scooped by Al.
I got a lot of respect for Jamie.
You got rust on your chrome, James.
And with a little hint of competition between us, definitely.
Al drives a green truck, and he doesn't like chrome.
I don't waste money on chrome. All that money in chrome, who pays for that?
I drive a red truck, and I love chrome.
I think he always wanted to be a fireman. I'm sure of it.
Cable's all rusty.
They're still good friends, but it's competitive. It's hyper-competitive.
Big green always wins.
If I can go another 10 years of hard towing, I'll be happy. I enjoy it too much to say that I'm going to quit anytime soon.
Gord, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where are you at?
I'm just backing down the hill now.
Gord Boyd, he's my right-hand fella.
Oh, you got a couple of trucks spun out on the hill.
When Al can't be there, he sends Gord. He doesn't have to tell him what to do. He just goes and does it.
What do you mean he doesn't want to be pulled?
Gord reminds me of a guy who just came off a Clint Eastwood movie.
Stop! Stop! It's not working, buddy!
You know, spaghetti western.
Look at what you're causing down here. Look at that. That's your fault. Hey, see the plows? See all 3 plows. They cannot get through because you are here.
He's a little rough around the edges.
I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
But Al's lucky to have a good guy like that.
Just like that.
They're few and far between.
Welcome to the party, Gord.
Generation after generation, mom and pa operations are what dominate the towing industry. We grow up in the business. My dad owns a towing company. Al and I are competitors from birth, just about.
Originally, it was my grandfather's business. My dad and myself, and now my sons are getting involved in it.
The Davis family and my family and the Quinan family, we're all longtime family businesses. My grandfather and my great-grandfather started this business in 1954.
I haven't got big shoes, and they're not that big to fill. Just do the job right.
Best operator that I know is my grandfather. That's who I've looked up to for all these years. At a young age, my grandma would send out pillows for the truck, and I'd ride in the truck with pillows, see over the dashboard. But he's still someone I look up to every day. My brother and I were the fourth generation. Well, this season, I can't tell you how excited I am to work with Nick.
This is the path I'm looking at right here.
Nick and I are on the exact same page.
This is going to be our path with least resistance, definitely.
We come from the same blood of towing.
Lead with your far line just a little bit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And we enjoy helping people. It's a whole new chapter.
Makes me proud to carry on in my grandpa's footsteps and my dad's footsteps, and to see my kids coming up behind me. It's a terrific, fantastic feeling.
First real MPA with my dad.
My boys are 21 and 18, Carrie and Lucas, and they're the fourth generation in my family's business.
He operated this when he was my age. Here we are today with me behind the wheel.
I've always kind of shied him away from the trucks, you know, tried to impress upon him, you know, stick in school, stay away from these trucks. None of these headaches that I have and my dad has, but that doesn't seem to be working.
He's my guy. Prince of the Coquihalla, right here. Right there. He's the king.
We get the other truck in here. Well, you're passing on those lessons. You're passing on your experience.
I need 2 snatch blocks, James.
Kids get caught up in the business.
Come here, I'm gonna show you something right now, okay? So you're watching, right? You watch your lines.
I'm 100% certain that James will take it on.
Easiest makeup high.
Really?
He's got the makeup, he's got the genes. He's got it in the blood, I'm sure.
Whenever I head up to a wreck, I'm always kind of a bit worried because I've had so many close calls with getting hit.
In Brandon's case, you know, he's decided he doesn't want to be part of it, he doesn't want to do it. He just doesn't want to be out there. It's too dangerous.
He's got other goals. Brandon's not a bad kid, but tow trucking or truck driving, it's not in him.
Watch yourself, Dan.
You carry on your family traditions, you carry on your family name. This is who we are, this is what we are.
Straighten your wheel out.
Kelly's the middle brother. He's working with me in Alberta.
Okay, let's get this thing off the road.
Jason's my youngest brother.
Go time.
Jason's daughters, Mattia and Jasmine, are very active in the business. I'm really amazed to see them take on the tow trucks. Very interesting to sit back as a parent and watch these kids evolve around the towing business.
Who's got my flashlight?
We'd have to point to the DNA that keeps us towing.
Brandon! Go, go, go!
You never know who's coming along. Bang, you're done.
Go, go!
Hey!
The tow man,
Slow down.
every day they put their lives on the line.
Sometimes there's stories that come along in the show
This guy's jackknifing right now. There's gonna be a crash here.
that show you
Wow.
how dangerous this business really is.
Hey! Slow down.
The tow man, every day they put their lives on the line.
Brandon! Go, go, go!
You never know who's coming along. Bang, you're done.
Go, go!
100 meters, 100 meters. 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 100 met
even getting to a wreck.
Got a guy there in the ditch.
You're heading to some of them in a blinding snowstorm.
I'll just follow you with lights on.
I always try and place myself in my truck so that I'm not gonna get hurt. Okay, let's go. Let's try this. That's my biggest fear, right?
Slow down!
Sometimes that shadow in the road is not a shadow.
You try not to think about the fact that you could get killed doing this job. Everyone wants to go home at the end of the night.
I understand that you got to make a living and everything else, but at what cost?
I seen this guy starting a jackknife, and then the plow came and smashed in the back of the back guy.
We all get scared. We all get scared.
I get called to pull a truck and a trailer that's gone down an embankment up off a Forest Service road.
You're right at that real snotty part.
I wasn't prepared enough, and I ended up going down a hill backwards.
Get out! Get out!
Open the door.
I don't want to die in a tow truck. I'm probably gonna sooner or later, but I didn't feel like dying that day.
Get out. Get out of the...
I was just lucky to come out of it alive.
That was crazy, man.
I'll never put myself or my coworkers into a situation like what I did that night, because it's just not worth it.
One thing about our outfit, we've had some material damage.
This is like a goat's trail, this place. We're spinning out.
But we've not had persons injured or killed on the job.
Oh my God.
We've been lucky, but there's lots of times when other people haven't been lucky.
A friend of mine was loading a car on the side of the highway. Somebody come along too fast, bad tires, and instantly amputated his left leg.
Seeing what happened to Martin really hit home for everybody. Here's a guy at the side of the road working, and he loses his leg and his life's changed forever.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How are you?
Well, you know, things have changed a little.
Oh, my God. I still get asked, how's my friend doing? How's my friend doing? How's my friend doing? So I know that that particular episode really touched a nerve with people.
The flashing yellow lights aren't just so I can look cool. They're there for a reason.
Sometimes when you see a serious accident, those events can change your life forever.
Yeah, she was first aid nurse, so she came up to help. There was your big mistake right there.
Heavy rescue operators are out there on the front line every day. Sometimes you come face to face with the ones that don't make it home.
Another vehicle came down the hill, struck that vehicle again, and then struck the woman that got out to help and killed her.
That's not a fun part of the job. That's not a rush.
This is some of his personal stuff, so we'll keep care of that.
I've seen a few bodies.
Things run through your mind. You wonder who the person is. You know, does the person have kids? You know, is there somebody at home waiting for him to get home?
You don't want to ever see anybody die. I've seen a few too many.
In season 1, Brandon comes along with me to a wreck.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh my God. He's on the wheel.
And he comes across the driver who's deceased.
Guys underneath the wheel. Guys underneath the wheel.
Is he really?
Guys underneath the wheel. Oh my God. Hey, no, get the out of here. Don't even look at it.
And Brandon's only 16 years old. I could see the hollowness in his eyes. This is a big shock for him.
I don't want to see that ever again. That's... Oh.
That day will stay with him and the rest of us for a long, long time.
There's one fatality.
And then there was the one up the canyon with the formaldehyde tanker, which took a young kid's life. Somebody makes a poor choice. It's never good. I try not to take it home with me. It's not. It happens.
You take the ghost home with you, definitely. I'd be lying if I said it didn't.
What's this about a wreck? Yeah, I got an accident here just on the other side of this corner, guys.
Number one reason why I think the show does so well is its honesty.
Watch your back. I don't know what we're gonna do with that landing gear.
When you see anything that happens on this show, it is 100% real.
We're lucky.
You can't stage somebody putting their truck in a ditch. Nobody's gonna do that for TV or for anything like that.
When we're there cleaning them up and you guys are filming us, that's what's happening.
You have a director with a camera with you, interviewing you along the way as you're on the way there. Highway is closed. Usually there's a sound guy and a camera guy meet me there. They film me showing up, getting out of the truck. I'd have lights go out. I'd be like, hey, come here, shine your light there. Get over here.
Yep, my light.
Yeah. Rig it up. Okay, out of the way. Here we go.
Sometimes people are asking me questions when I've been up for 3 days, so you get the short answer.
Did you just hear what I said? Okay, take 15 steps back, because there's no such thing as a little bit dead with this, right?
And working in front of the cameras, that's always a concern of mine, because you know, you screw up on the camera, it's like peeing your pants on stage. You know, everybody sees, but only one guy feels. So.
One thing I'm very proud of is the fact that the show has actually helped reduce accidents.
Westbound, Highway 1. We need you guys to slow down.
It's almost putting me out of business, believe it or not.
We got snow squalls in with that wind.
It's opened a lot of eyes to what really can happen up there, which is a very good thing.
I hope the image of the towing industry has been brought up in people's eyes around the world.
Take it easy in the westbound lane. There's a truck in the ditch.
And it wasn't that long ago, we would be working on the side of the highway, and people would drive by and roll down their windows and yell dirty names at us, throw their garbage at us. Now when people see us working on the side of the road, they pull over, they come up, they shake our hands. They want to take their pictures with us. They want to buy us a drink if they see us at a bar. They want to buy us dinner if they see us in a restaurant. So that's been the most beautiful part of the show for me.
You know, I'm starting to see the quality come out. I'm starting to see the shine come on. I'm beginning to understand that bigger isn't better. Life has its own road. Well, there's a curve in the road, and you deal with the curve in the road.
The wind is in his favor, but whether he can capture it within his sails is another story. That's up to him, right?
It could be make or break this season. We're gonna just have to go down that road and see what happens. You got the right gear, you got the right guys. We're not finished with this yet.
This season on Highway Through Hell.
Davey Davis is on fire. The fun of trucking.
Come on, let's go! Ah! Yeah!
Come on.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Nobody's going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
Wind chain, are you serious?
All in here!
Oh yeah, you pooched are good.
That looks like it was a hell of a ride. Watch out, watch out. Definitely a Japan moment.
Mission accomplished.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Here we go, once more into the breach.